Well, if you've read the title, then you already know I'm excited to be here tonight.
So excited.
So, and why? It's because I've been looking forward to hanging out with you guys, and of course the lovely Jackie.
Hello.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Well, let's get this started. We got a coffee drink to drink. It's an adult beverage, I must say, but
So yummy.
it is so yummy. It's so good, and so we just had to share it with you. And yeah, and we're gonna play some trivia. And I got a giant pen right next to me that I was working on last time. I will work on it this time. I've changed bits and pieces of it.
Exciting.
Let's do it.
All right.
It's been an interesting week this week because it's been a little bit like Jackie will freak out a little bit, then I'll freak out a little bit, and
Oh
then
yeah.
then Jackie will freak out, and then Jackie will freak out again, and then Jackie will freak out again, and then and then I'll.
Why am I the only one freaking out here?
No, we're the pace that we're wanting. It looks like it's moving forward, which is crazy because we've talked about it for years, but so that's moving forward and really exciting. So I want to chat about that a little bit
I would
tonight.
say my freak out is just me being pragmatic.
Well, yeah,
It's logical.
it's not a bad thing at all. No.
Well, my mom has joined us. Says hi guys.
Hey, Marilyn.
Randy's with us and says it's that time again.
Hey, Randy.
Tuesday.
Man, oh man, yeah. Is this Randy? Like that was
Randy Ray.
Okay, cool, man. Cool. Man,
Yeah.
I miss you already. Randy came over and hung out the other night.
Yeah, it was fun. We yeah, it was. You know what? Gosh, we are fun people.
I feel like we're not when you have to say it like that.
But it was like I think him coming over was the first time we've had people over since the last time he came over.
I know.
He doesn't come over that often.
Yeah, and Brian came over and Russell came over and yeah, it was man.
We need to do that more often. But October's crazy. We're out of town. We were literally out of town for 6 weekends in a row. So
but it was a fun night. Jack played a bunch of records, like LPs.
Yes.
Some of them were a little questionable, but
he loves his old music.
He does love his old music. You know, the other night, Jack's 14 years old. He's in high school now. He just started, and but he has really great taste in movies and stuff. Like if he wants to pick a TV show or a movie, almost every time it's really good. And the other night he was like, I want to watch Singing in the Rain. We're like, cool, let's watch it. And of course I'd seen it before, and Jackie had seen it before, but it's been a while. It was just, I don't know, it was really cool. And he sat there and watched the entire thing.
And Mary Poppins, you guys are just
oh yeah, oh my gosh,
huge Mary Poppins fans.
Mary Poppins is a Jack and I thing, and I mean it. I don't know what it is, but it makes me tear up about 4 or 5 times in that movie. This was the remake, even not the remake, but the sequel with Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt, yeah. It is really good. I mean,
she did a great
job. Very good. I feel like that movie a little bit like it feels like I don't want to say a slice of apple pie, but it's very like wholesome and sweet, and it has this huge like mother nurturing feel to it because she's a magical nanny.
Man,
so no wonder you and Jack love it.
It's so good. Yeah, it's so good. And Dick Van Dyke is at the end of it, and he does a little dance and stuff. And that guy, Dick Van Dyke is still alive, but he was like 92 or something when he filmed that, and
96 now because I think it's 4 years old.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's just I don't know. It was so good. Well, I just like it. I know it's a sappy movie, and the original we love too, and it's just but it's like one of those things. It's a movie that Jack and I watched when he was a kid, and you watch the entire thing together, and we were both like, "Oh my gosh, that was brilliant!" And I'd seen it before, but I felt like I watched it for the first time whenever I watched it with Jack. Because like I don't know, it was just so that's special. I really like that.
That's cool. Well, Randy says, "I like that hat, John."
Oh, thank you, sir.
He came over.
I liked your hat.
I know he was wearing a pretty slick cowboy hat.
Oh, I should have been wearing my cowboy hat.
Oh gosh, yes.
Fred I have a white cowboy hat because I'm a good guy.
Fred has joined us. Says, "Hey guys," And hey, thanks for tuning in.
Hey.
Randy says that was so much fun. And Jack's DJing was great. Singing in the Rain is the bomb. Do you guys like Casablanca? Yes.
Oh,
Casablanca was a great
Casablanca.
one.
Yeah, man. Holy crap. I love Casablanca.
Yeah. And Amy
So does Jack.
Yeah. Amy has joined us, says hi guys.
Hey.
And says, I got my print today. Thank you. Absolutely love it. Yay.
Oh, yay. Cool.
It took me a while to get it in the mail to you, but yay, it arrived.
Yay. Better late than never, huh?
And Steve Evans is with us, says hi guys. Gina's with us, says aloha. And
well, aloha.
Russell says, hey you guys.
Hey Russell.
Hey, it was fun hanging out the other night.
Yeah, it was so great hanging out with you, man.
I hope things have calmed down at your house. And Randy says Casablanca is my favorite. We need to watch the TV series.
There's a TV series?
I guess. He told me. I think he's already told me about this.
Man, Rick, are you ready, Rick? That's such a great movie. Oh,
I assume the TV series isn't in black and white though. Enlighten us, Randy.
Gosh.
Anyway.
I haven't heard of a TV series. That's crazy. Cool.
So it has been a crazy week. Yes, we are, but I mean, like, we're at the stage of signing contracts and stuff for this DIY art bar and gallery, and it's a little scary but exciting. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the one freaking out over here.
Well, one of the things about this space though, guys, is that we want to like a gallery, but we want something where like creatives, people who like art, people like us who dig art, all of us that are here, chatting tonight and stuff, man. It's it's people who dig art. It's a place to go and to actually meet other creatives. I did a show closing in Wichita. We did it about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago in Wichita, Kansas, and we were closing out the gallery show there, and it was torrential rain and it was cold too. It was really cold and windy. Yes. And there were still some people that came out to the gallery, and the people that came out were artists. They were people that really dug art, and it was like poets and musicians and different people. And then there were some people that just liked art, but mostly it was the people that were really driven about art. And it was really neat because when they came in, like I don't know, I was able to introduce people like, hey, you're into this, hey, like, you should be this poet over here. And everybody was like chatting and all the creators are really wanting to build more of a community, especially after COVID and everything. It seems like everything had, like, the reset button had been hit. And so this art space is, it's a place that I'm really, really hoping that creatives will embrace and they'll love it. They'll enjoy coming there because it's a really warm, accepting place. But you can have an espresso, you can have a coffee, you can have a mixed drink, because we want refreshments. We want people to be able to be there and actually sit there for a while and be able to talk to other people and maybe listen to some poetry, or maybe we can get a license and watch Casablanca. We can do,
there you go.
We can do all these different things. We can make stuff. You can paint, like we'll have paints there and canvases, and
I'm just excited about building the coffin for the coffin races.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing.
Yeah, and then we have a thing called the coffin races, and so I feel like I should explain this because people, I'm just looking forward to building my coffin.
Let me say really fast. Russell said I had a blast, much more calm as I like it. Good. I'm glad things are calming down for you. And then Randy says David Soul stars as Rick. It's in color, and Scatman Crothers plays Sam.
Oh, wow.
And Brooke has joined us and says hi.
Hey, Brooke. Scatman Crothers play. Wow. The only thing I can think of that I've ever seen him in is Shining. That would be really cool.
I don't know. I'd have to see his face. I don't know.
No, he's a guy with a he was telling a little boy about the shine. He was the character.
Oh, yeah.
But
cool. All right.
Yeah, man, yeah, that would be really neat.
All right, we'll have to check it out. I mean, Casablanca was. I mean, I remember when we were dating, you were like, you have to see it. It was a whole thing.
Yeah,
it was a whole thing. That and what was it, Lonesome Dove?
I feel like I need to explain the coffin races because, like, when we say, "Oh, we're looking really forward to the art bar opening," and then You say, yeah, I'm just looking forward to building my coffin.
So, okay, yes. So in Benton, they have this Day of the Dead giant celebration, the weekend of Halloween, and where the square is here in town, one of the main streets that runs through it actually is kind of downhill a little bit, down into like
Hickory Street.
Yeah, Hickory
It's the
Street.
very
Down,
street that our gallery is going to be on.
yeah. So
Well, we're actually going to be at the finish line.
I know, that's why it's
Sorry, I keep interrupting.
So like the coffin race is basically like a ton of people come out and have like these, big coffins that they build. They, I'm sure there's some sort of like inspection situation, and the whole street is lined with hay bales, and you get you're in the coffin races, and a lot of it is just anybody, but I mean, I want to say almost anybody can do it, but a lot of the places are businesses that have the coffins that go down it. And anyway, so I'm stoked. I'm just, yes, I think it would be a blast.
Yeah,
So
that'd be cool. That's so much fun.
yeah, Russell says Scatman is the best. Gina says sounds like a great place I'd love to visit and engage with. Well, you'll have to come visit.
Well, thank you. Yeah, please, man. And I can't wait because we're gonna start reaching out to some artists, and because my artwork is going to be there, but one of the big goals for the space though is to have shows of other artists, but also I had an idea that I haven't even shared with you yet, which
oh gosh,
a little bit, but I want to have like a permanent exhibition or semi-permanent. We might rotate them out a little bit, but around on the ceiling we're gonna have different paintings that are hanging and whatnot, and so, but I was thinking about we can't afford a lot. That's the only problem, but maybe like start with art prints of really amazing artists that are contemporary artists and stuff. So I was thinking like Eric Joyner, like the robots and Donuts guy.
Yes, I love his work.
Chimpy Wimpy, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And other people, and but have it, and then it has so along the ceiling there would be like frames of art. It goes down around like the bar area, and the back room have another sort of thing, but all the art is actually from artists, and then have a QR code somewhere so somebody can scan it with their phone, and then maybe it'll give you a map of all the paintings.
That sounds really cool. That would be awesome.
So you're like, oh, what do we do that? You could do the QR code. Oh, it was it was so and so.
Yeah,
it was Dan Black. Oh, it was Brian.
Yeah,
draws. It was it's all the different people.
Well, Randy says Hector Elizondo plays Renault, and he did a ton of voice work in cartoons. And a young Ray Liotta plays Sacha the bartender.
Oh wow, really?
Funny. Everyone loves Ray Liotta, Russell said. And Randy says, I'm going to get the DVD so we can watch it. Sounds awesome.
Wow, that's
and then
crazy.
Barbara joins us and says, hey, better late than never. Hey,
Barbara.
Fred is very interesting. Nancy has joined us. Hey.
Hey, Nancy.
And Carlos with us and says, hi, hope y'all are warm. Yes, trying to be anyway.
We are. I had to turn the heater off in here. Although we have our hot water heater.
Yes.
Is that what
thing.
You go, no, I'll work on the painting while you.
We have no hot water. So, of course, in true home ownership fashion, I go to mess with the laundry last night at like 9, and the entire utility room is like just covered in water. Realize the hot water heater is leaking out of like, I don't think it's leaking out of the bottom. It looks like it's leaking out of the top. Although at this point, I think it's leaking out of everywhere. And so the plumbers came today. They took one look at it and they were like, wow, your electrical's dicey. And they were like, ugh. And of course, our breaker box is not labeled. So it was, we're playing a guessing game at that point. And so finally they were like, you just have to replace it, get it up to code. And yeah. So,
but I did use science. So because our electric was dicey and we couldn't turn the electric off to it, so we weren't sure which one. And the only way to check it is really to go to the thing and touch it, and it's all metal, and it actually had water coming out of where the power cords and stuff going into the hot water heater. So we're like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Although we're sitting on the wet carpet,
That's true.
it's right on it. But
And we're wiping it down with a towel. We're like, oh my god!
you gotta pick your battles. But where the water was mostly coming out of, though, I used towels to make a wick and put it into a bucket, so that the water would go out of there and then drain into a bucket. So that helped a little bit, and then actually that helped quite a bit, I think. And then, but
it is like the water is seeping in. The utility room in our house is like right next to the art studio. It's like literally like 10 feet from me.
yeah,
And so luckily, in an hour or two later, you went into the studio and noticed that water was seeping into the studio, and we moved some giant, crazy expensive canvas that we have for a massive like mural coming up. So
I'd come in when it did it, and I checked it, and it was dry first.
Yeah.
So I did it again later, and it was wet.
Yeah, so thank goodness we moved it out of the way.
Yeah. Like to get these canvases, we had to take the art truck to Dallas and special order them, which took
forever to
it
get.
took forever for them to make the canvases or something and bring them, and then we had to go pick them up and using the art truck, and
it's crazy.
Yeah, so
well,
disaster averted. Oh, except that we of course out thousands of dollars because apparently hot water heaters. Well, and they have to redo the wiring because none of it's up to code. Whoever threw that, and we kind of knew it. Whoever threw that hot water heater in there, just did it with a, like just a prayer and a nice little sense of whimsy, I think.
Well, and I'm looking at the itemized, like like this is what everything's going to cost you when we come in, and the bucket. There's a bucket that the new water heater sits in.
That's just smart, isn't it? Yeah.
And that thing costs $250. Like,
that's crazy.
But you can't not get it. It's just comical. It's all silly and comical. But anyway, Fred says yes. It's not hard to generate those QR codes. We might be hitting you up for some advice. Yeah. Cassie has joined us. Says I'm late too. Good to see you both. Thanks for tuning in.
It's good to see you. And things are going to change around here because of that. Like whenever it opens in February or maybe before that, we'll probably be doing our live streams from there because as Jackie keeps telling me, we'll probably be living up there.
I'm just going to say it now. Like, I'm for the record. We're going to live there. John doesn't realize, but whatever.
No, I've never disagreed with you, but I don't think we're going to be living there forever. Just for 6 months or so.
Okay. Well, Nancy says bye. It's 15 degrees here. She's like, whatever. That sounds chilly. Jessica.
Wow, it's 15, really?
Yeah, they got snow last night, but it's Colorado.
Man.
Jessica joins us. Says hi, guys.
A balmy 38 here in comparison.
Fred says sounds like home ownership. Yes.
Home ownership. Yeah.
It's just always something. I'm really, knock on wood, but I'm waiting for the next. I mean, it's just we're about to get hit with like a couple of big things, I think.
Yeah, and we're not that stressed about it because we knew the hot water heater was going to go out, so we knew it wasn't like a big surprise. In our air conditioner, the HVAC, however it's called, is probably going to go out. So it's really, really, really old. And my dad, I was telling my dad about the hot water heater, and I said, man, I bet the air conditioner is going to go out. And he was like, yeah, that's what I've been thinking for his house out at the lake. In his house is actually like the air conditioner that he has is actually it says Montgomery Ward's.
Oh my!
So it's a Monkey Ward's air conditioner.
Wow!
He said it's like 25 years old or something. It's
that's crazy.
I was like, man, if it goes out, you should put it in a museum.
I know.
Or something. It's an heirloom.
Well, Carlos says, "Oh no," and Fred says, "Ugh, I'm dreading my shower. It's about to be a bad accident." And Brooke says, "Love you guys. Happy to great stuff. Thanks for hanging."
Brooke. It's good to see you, or good to hear you. Or
Valerie's with us. Says, "Hi, y'all." And Fred says, 36 degrees, but it feels like sub-zero.
Yeah, it's chilly out in them there hills.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Let's try this drink.
Though, yes, I was going to say. So we're talking about cold. Okay, so guys, so in our art space, it's not all going to be alcoholic or everything. We're actually
except this is
this particular thing is, but at the art space, like I really want to embrace the non-alcoholic stuff. I want to have alcoholic drinks too because it's going to be a sip and paint as well, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So and so to me, but lots and lots of non-alcoholic coffee drinks and things. But this particular one
is so yummy.
Yeah, it's a Mr. Black Irish cold coffee. So it's like an iced coffee.
Mhm.
And what it is here, and is this? I think this is this going the right
Yeah,
way.
yeah, that's Mr. Black.
So this is Mr. Black, and
That's how
it's a
much we've
coffee
already
liqueur.
drank. We just got
Yeah,
it.
you know, it came this way. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
it came this way, but
sure.
it's a coffee liqueur, and it's really really good. So if you think about Kahlua, Kahlua has about 100 milligrams of caffeine, where Mr. Black has 1,100. So it's a
The
little
Mr. and
different.
this is the thing is like we get coffee liqueur, like we've had coffee liqueurs forever.
Mhm.
But then we were watching Whiskey Tribe
Oh,
YouTube, the YouTube show that John watches this all the time, and they were like, "This is like potent coffee," and I was like, "Okay, I want to try that," and because I think it's a fairly new brand, but wow,
yeah,
coffee,
it is. It's from Australia,
it's good.
but it is heavy coffee though. It is like it's like espresso sort of coffee. So this drink, it's 2 shots of that. But it's like Kahlua, but it's not sweet like Kahlua. So it doesn't have that sweetness to it. And then it's 1 shot of Irish whiskey, and for that we use the proper 12, which I don't really know. I've never had this Irish whiskey before. Which
It's
side
pretty
is the
good.
name?
It's pretty
This
good.
must be the name. That's the bigger label.
It was like a medium price.
Yeah,
I,
you
I
know what?
hadn't heard of it
It's
or
got a
not.
cork, and so
That
it makes
makes it
that nice sound.
fancy.
Ooh, I don't know if you can hear that, but
So you know it's for real.
yeah, so it's for real. It's not playing around. Um, but and then it has a little. So you have that over ice, and then a little bit of cream on it, and it's really really good.
Yeah. So I've stirred mine a tiny bit because I like to dispense the cream in it.
And it's I would say, and our glasses are the exact same size. Jackie just has enormous
I just
hands.
have
That's all.
massive hands. No, I have a mini shot glass version because
For those of you that have never met Jackie, she's 9 feet tall.
I'm drinking wine and I don't like to mix liquor and wine, but I wanted to have a little sip with you on the show, so I just got a little bit because it goes south quick for me if I start mixing wine with anything other than wine.
Yeah, but I wanted to share that. So for those that do enjoy like
Oh my god,
an
that's so
alcoholic
good.
drink from time to time, Thanksgiving is coming up.
It's like candy.
This is a really nice coffee drink. So it's just sort of a nice perky sort of drink, but
Mhm.
I like it. You know,
I will say it's got quite a bit of alcohol in it, and it goes down pretty easy.
yeah. So it's
So I'd be careful.
it's a dangerous thing. So maybe like if you really like your family and everybody's like warm and happy, then it'd be a good drink to have on Thanksgiving around your family. If people get cantankerous, then maybe fueling it with a Mr. Black Irish sort of
Yeah.
coffee may not be the best bet,
Yes.
but you know.
Speaking of, Brooke says, "Oh, what is your plan for Thanksgiving week?" I'm gonna say this.
well, we
I don't have to get up and take Jack
we
to
know where to get
school.
more of this, so
Yeah.
that's good.
I don't have to get up and take Jack to school. So
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good point. I'm not really sure.
I know. Well, obviously, family dinners with families,
Oh
and
yeah,
then, and then Annie and Steve are camping. But it's, like I want to hang with them, but it's gonna be so cold.
yeah.
I don't know if I want to commit.
We'll just have to go out during the day and not spend the
Yeah,
night, because when it gets down in the teens and you're camping in a tent,
yeah,
we used to have a camper, but we don't anymore. And
yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, we're in town. We're working and drinking.
yeah, that's a good question.
What is everybody's plans?
I hadn't even thought about what we're doing until you asked that. That's how on the ball I am.
Well, Fred says nice makes me want to start drinking again.
Oh, sorry.
It's pretty good.
Sorry, guys. No, but there's and that's one of the things that though at the art bar that we want to do is have lots of non-alcoholic things and lots and lots and lots of options. So most of the stuff that we make, I like to have a non-alcoholic version of it.
I know you keep looking at like $10,000 espresso machines. You need to stop doing that
Well,
because that's not
I know. It's crazy. Hey, Brooke, if you're still there, the place that the art bar is going to go in is the old Steve's place. Is what
Yeah.
we're looking at. So if you remember old Steve's, it was small. It was a small place, but the benefit of that is that it's less square footage you have to pay for.
to pay rent. Yes. Well,
So-
and she says, still a show. Like, are we doing a show for Thanksgiving week? That's a great question. Yes,
Absolutely.
we always do a show, unless a meteor hits or something. Barbara says, "Hey Jackie, thanks for reminding me that I had wine in the kitchen. I'm with the program now. Cheers!
Nice.
Yay!" And Nancy says, to the drink.
Mm.
Fred says, "Good idea to mix caffeine with hard alcohol."
I
Salute.
know, I know. It's a good way to get
I
the heart
mean,
stopped and started all at the same
you know,
time.
it's no Red Bull and vodka, but actually, it's probably stronger than Red Bull and vodka. But it's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I will say that like the night that we discovered this, I had two of them maybe, and then we had another coffee drink too, and
And then we just started mixing all kinds of crazy
well,
stuff.
well, I didn't sleep that well that
Oh, did
all
you
the
not?
caffeine. Well, I was thinking, well, I don't really mind if I don't sleep well one night. That doesn't really bother me. I just lay there and I just think about things. But if it's 2 nights in a row or 3 nights in a row, then
Yeah.
you know. But
Yeah. So, Fred says, "Working on drinking." Yeah.
oh,
And
you had a mock-up of a mock-up of the.
yes. So, well, let me say really fast. Brooke says, "Wait, what about Steve's?" And which I'll answer in a second. And Barbara says, "I'm shooting the art walk in the Cedars at Dallas on Saturday. I haven't
Oh
thought
man,
past
how
that. Lots of
cool!
open studios and great people. That sounds pretty cool."
How
Huh.
neat! That's cool, Barbara.
And
Barbara's always up to the coolest things.
I
Have you
know she's
noticed?
like in the know. Fred says, "Have you heard of the pecan punch?" It's the state drink in Nevada. Pecan
No.
punch. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've ever had it. I don't like pecans, but I would taste the drink. I might
Yeah,
like
I
it and
would.
drink
Oh,
it.
I like pecan pie. I
I like
mostly like the sweet part of the pecan
I
pie.
like the sweet part. Like I don't like the physical pecan.
You know
That's
what's
my
funny
issue.
with pecan pie is this doesn't really have much to do with pecans until the very end of it, where they put pecans all over the top of
Yeah.
it. But
Why
if you
is
don't like
that?
pecans, you
Even
can take that part off, and you just get a really sweet, sort of buttery, mapley kind of sweet jelly like pie.
so okay, to answer your question, Brooke, we are in talks. We're about to sign a contract with opening a DIY art bar and gallery space in Old Steve's. You obviously know exactly where that is. But we're, I mean, it's coming to fruition. Speaking of, we have like a working logo and all that fun stuff that we wanted to share with you guys to get your opinions. Um, it is not by any means in stone. Nothing is, branded or anything. So, we're open to all sorts of fun criticism.
Yeah, yeah, really. The reason to, I mean, honestly, guys, I mean, the reason I really appreciate you guys caring and being here and all that because we really would like your input and all because right now our name for the gallery space is going to be Bramlett's Yellow Dog Art Bar and Gallery or something else. But it's probably going to be Bramlett's Yellow Dog. But that's sort of a nod to the
Yeah.
guide dog, to Eagle, and all. And we wanted something kind of fun and being able to call it like the Yellow Dog Gallery. That just I don't know, it just seemed a little different, a little fun. It's hard out there, guys. I'll tell you, to find a name that is not already on a Facebook
Yeah, I
page
mean,
or
yeah, it's a little crazy, but okay. So, let me say, Fred says it really tastes like gasoline until you get to the bottom and then there's a tiny sip of sweet pecan liquor.
oh, really?
Ugh.
Make it sound enchanting, Brett. That
And
sounds
that's the state drink?
wow.
That's funny. I thought the state drink was those really long, like, yard margaritas
Yeah, yeah.
on the strip,
You
but
know, that does
that's all I
sound
know
probably
about it.
sounds better than the pickleback, or maybe the
Ooh,
pickleback we have
the
is where I
whiskey and
don't
pickleback?
huh?
Whiskey and pickleback?
Yeah, yeah, it's sort of the national or not the national,
Yeah,
goodness, the Austin drink,
yeah.
which I wanna come up with a cocktail called Pickle Red.
That would be pretty good. Well, Barbara says Steve's question mark. Steve's is a wine bar here in Denton that had this space prior, and then they moved to a bigger space, like literally 2 businesses over. So, and they're awesome. They have a fantastic new space and a ton of awesome wine. It's just great.
Yeah, and
Um,
Steve and Karen own the Steve's Wine Bar, and they're so nice, they're so brilliant, they're just really, really it's like a staple in the Denton community now, and they did so well, they needed a bigger space. So we're gonna take up their old space. It looks like.
Okay, so here, I'm gonna show you guys what we were thinking for the branding a bit. W- We went we were all over the place with names, logos, all this stuff. We're trying to keep it in check though, that so it doesn't become cutesy, crafty. It needs to have this sort of like classy gallery
You should just you
feel.
should show the cartoon dog I drew.
I would. I have it on my phone. I don't have it. But
Because I've drawn like 10 different dogs and oh my gosh,
well, and like
the
okay,
critiques.
okay. Let me share with the crowd what we're thinking, and rip into it, guys. We're ready. We're ready.
Yeah, tear into
We're
it.
ready.
Tear your fangs.
All right. Okay.
Because really, I mean, honestly, this isn't. I mean, this is our space, but it's really. I want it to be a creative space for anybody that cares about creativity.
There you go. So initially, when we were thinking about this, we were thinking like I had like a dog with a paintbrush in its mouth, and it was super cute and kind of cartoony. And I was like, "This is cool. I like this." And then I went and picked Jack up from school and showed him the image on my phone. He was like, "No, mom, it's way too cartoony. It's just not." Cool. It's like too cartoony. And then, surprisingly, he lifted the veil and was like, and I was like, we need to keep it classy. Like, it'll be a fun space, but we need to elevate the art, you know?
There is
So,
there is a couple of possible edits that I want to mention
yeah,
because I would love guys if you will if you feel like it to give your opinion because I really do value your opinions. I mean, we chat on here so much, and I don't know if it comes across, but I really enjoy coming on here and chatting, and I love hearing what you have to say. So, um, and once this is finalized, it's like, chink, you got to keep it for a
yeah,
while at least.
yeah,
But I was wondering about because I know whenever I went on my software to listen to it, to listen to the picture, which sounds weird, but I was thinking maybe Bramlett's maybe be smaller or maybe not, but like Bramlett's, Yellow Dog. I don't know, maybe, but I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really know if that
And
matters too much.
I liked Art Bar and Gallery. I don't know if I like DIY Art Bar and Gallery.
Yeah, that's another thing that we keep going all over the place with. Like, yeah, I mean, which might just be semantics at that point, but
Because
I
they might be able to put a different sign somewhere and say like make stuff, paint stuff,
make stuff, paint stuff, do stuff. Yeah, it's
or maybe like Brandon's Yellow Dog, DIY Gallery, and then up around the dog,
yeah,
like art on one side, like on the left side, and then bar on the right side. So art bar. Um, because one of the things we want to do, guys, like with it, is that it's a I want to hire artists to be able to come in and teach the sip and paint and have them paid more than what they get paid at the other sip and paint. Like we really want to value the artists and stuff. So this whole thing is try to celebrate the arts and the artists.
yeah,
And so any artists that get showed there get paid more than what they generally get paid at other places. Because I mean, that's just what this whole space is about,
yeah,
really, to be honest. We're not doing this to be like a cash cow or anything. We're wanting it to hopefully be a nice little creative hub. And I mean, if it was a cash cow, doggone, let's milk it. But but only if all the artists and stuff that are there are getting taken care of. If everybody's making money on it, then
yeah,
it's brilliant. But I
yeah.
forgot where I was going with that.
I mean, well, the goal here, like, is in our experience, and I have a bunch of comments I need to go through really fast, but in our experience, like being artists in the field, it was always disheartening that you worked with galleries, they took an enormous percentage of the sale. And I hate to admit it, but you're already bringing the collectors. Like, they don't put you in the gallery until they know you can bring the collectors. So you're just a cash cow for them. And
Yeah.
so a lot of this was kind of like this a creative space that celebrated the arts, but that also could allow for like local artists or just fantastic artists that are just underrepresented to come in and get the majority of the sale. I mean, and because we're paying the bills, DIY kits and classes and bar. So like the art is celebrated, but the artist gets the majority. That was kind of the thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and for everybody to be completely accepted there, so that's why I can't draw a straight line. Like they have DIY kits and stuff. Like I don't know if you guys have been around the DIY spaces where they'll have kits and things you can put together. It's so much fun. Like you can make like I don't know like a dog bowl sort of thing. You know, with the name of your dog on it. And I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, there's all sorts of
yeah, there's
crazy
just
things.
dozens and dozens of different things you can make. But it's just fun and it's kind of like, but if you want to go play games there, if you want to do, but we were hoping to have like sketch nights, so where we could have models that are paid, but they're dressed up in cosplay, or they're dressed up like in period outfits, or fun things. So people that are into photography, people that are into sketching can come there and be able to do some really, really fun and cool
Yeah.
stuff. And for us not to curate everything, to be, for hopefully to build a
Yeah.
community so there's ideas coming up. Anyway,
Well, let me say, Wanda joined us. Hey, thanks for tuning
hey,
in. And then let me go through this a little. Steve says you can substitute English walnuts for the pecans in pecan pie.
ooh, hold it.
It,
English walnut. Oh, you don't like walnut.
I don't like
You don't
nuts.
like
So
nuts.
I mean, I appreciate the idea, but it's a nut issue.
That's
Just don't
that's
like
a
nuts.
really interesting idea, though. It'd be fun to do a pie with both, even.
I
Just to
mean,
mix things up.
it's whatever. Just scrape the nuts off and give me the jam in the middle. I don't really care. Fred says you can put anything in those yardstick drinks.
Yeah, that's true. That's
I
true.
guess including his pecan punch. Russell says I've never done a pickleback. It was popular at
You
like
haven't.
some of the restaurant when I bartended for a very short period of time, but that was like the thing.
You bartended?
Well, no, I mean like I served. There was not really like there wasn't really it was a restaurant.
I didn't realize you're an expert.
Oh
in
god,
public
no.
business.
People,
This is brilliant.
no, it's not a good.
Well, but let me say this as to go on the record. You haven't missed anything by not doing a pickleback. It's not. Although it really, mostly if I remember correctly, it's like a shot of whiskey and then you do a shot of pickle juice.
Yeah, it would.
It's just you
It
just
makes
drink a shot of
yeah.
pickle juice, and it's
It's
honestly, I think it should be used as a hazing sort of thing. Like
It's not that bad. I mean, it's just from one questionable thing to another questionable thing, and it cancels out the anyway. It's whatever. So Gina says, "Business is my thing. I'm a mindset and business coach. Can't wait to see your logos, etc. Congratulations on the space, girl. I kind of want to pick your brain now. That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
I mean, like this thing, John and I have been like trying to like get expertise from every avenue because there's a lot of this that we don't know. We're just diving in head first and trying to cover our bases. So
Yeah.
advice, that's why we're like, we don't have an ego in this, like the logo, the setup, the floor plan, I mean, heck man, we're in talks with like a financial advisors, accountants, and I'm oh my God, this is why I'm stressed. And you're like, what?
Well, I honestly, and here's why I am stressed. I mean, it's a stressful thing, but I have faith that we'll be able to put it all together. That we'll be
Yeah.
able to call the audibles when we need to and everything like that. So
Yeah.
I think that's good, and I think the concept is really good. And the reason that I got it that I started painting whenever I lost the eyesight and all was to reconnect with people. Because I had art and that's always been the goal. And I always hoped to have a creative space, but I didn't want to just have like a brainless gallery. Like I knew that never fit. That never seemed right. Like it shouldn't be a place just to be like, oh, it's like a temple to my artwork and stuff. I wanted a place where people could come and feel welcome and be able to hang out, sit in a comfy chair, be able to make something of their own, be able to explore their own creativity and be able to feel welcome, no matter what their difference is. And, so I mean, that's really what I wanted. So, I mean, that's kind of what's happening. So even though it's really, really scary because, we're not rich people and this is something that we work on for a long time. We put a lot of work into it. Um, I feel like it's something that, I don't know, it just makes sense. and it's something that's very positive, and then I think it could, I don't know, have a really good impact. I mean, a lot
Yeah,
of
for
what we
sure.
wanna do is, we wanna work with a lot of nonprofits and charities. I mean, this the business model that we put together is one where it's a lot of being able to help other creatives and being able to help nonprofits and charities and things. Um, so it's a little different. It's a little
Yeah.
different business
Yeah.
model, but we're not trying to Jeff Bezos' thing. We're trying to, a lot the money that it makes is a lot of it is going back to the artist, and a lot of it's going back into the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
space to make it better so that we can have, maybe we could even like be able to bring in artists
Yeah.
and stuff,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, Barbara says, I love Steve's, the current one. It is a fantastic space. And Brooke says, great people. Brooke knows them well.
Oh yeah.
And then she's like, what? Oh my God, so excited. Yay. And then Fred gave the recipe for his crazy drink.
Really? Oh,
It's
cool.
okay. It's 1.5 ounces of Mare pecan, which I guess
So what
that's
now?
a Mare pecan, which maybe is a
Ooh,
pecan liqueur. I have no idea. A 1/4 ounce of grenadine club soda, chilled to top, and 1/2 ounce of brandy garnish lemon peel. That kind of,
man.
I don't know.
Wow.
I feel like we should have that drink in the bar and call it the Fred.
I don't know if we should do that. You know what? We should try that drink
Well, we
first.
should definitely try it first. But
Go
cool.
ahead.
Russell says, "I love it." The logo, he wrote that when I threw the
Oh, thank
logo
you,
up.
Russell.
And Brooke says Bramlett's Echo Studio, or just Echo Studio, or by John Bramlett, or she's riffing on some stuff. And then Gina says, "Is it a bar?" It is a bar. It will be a cocktail bar, but it will have, like, similar to having like a menu for bar drinks. It'll also have a menu for DIY art kits where you can just do an art kit while you're drinking, as well as like we'll have scheduled classes. We'll have crazy nights, sketch nights, stuff like that.
And also just as a complete list of non-alcoholic drinks, because I want this to be this sort of place where, like, on a Sunday you could go for Sunday mimosas,
Yeah,
or you could bring your grandmother that, I mean,
it'll be chill. It'll be like
yeah, I want it to be a
classy
place
chill.
that's family friendly, but also on a Friday night or whatever, you know, it could get a little more zany. You might, um, or be able to have a poetry night.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, Nathan says, my opinion is Yellow Dog Art Bar and Gallery. When I was talking to her, she thought Art Bar should go before Gallery, because we've been back and forth with this.
I
Like,
thought, yeah, you know what? I'm
but
kind of going with her too.
well, I mean, that's why I changed it. I was like DIY because I feel like anyway. This is the this is the dilemma we face these days.
Yeah, or maybe art bar. I like gallery. See,
Because I
that's the
feel
hard
like
thing.
people need to know it's a DIY place as well. Like, you can come in and do
Yeah,
a fun art kit. But okay, Fred gave us the directions specifically on how to create the drink. He said you don't have to read all that to everybody, but now you know.
well,
Thank
Fred,
you.
thank you, man.
I will make sure John reads it later and makes us one, and we're gonna.
I got to plug Fred. Okay, I don't know if these are upside down or right side up or
That's upside down. That's upside down.
listless
There you go.
members of youth, guys. This is Fred. So, is this right side up?
That's right. You got it. You got it.
Oh, it's right.
Yeah, you
Is
got
it?
it.
And they're both okay, cool.
You're good.
So, guys,
Check out.
and I will say every CD is completely different. Like, it's so cool. Like, it's arranged like I don't know if you guys like. I mean, I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes, like, whenever you look, you find somebody you like, and then you're like, oh, that's great, that's a really good album, and then you listen to the next album, and it's like this exact same thing,
Yeah.
and it's just like, it's over, and then you're like, well, I mean, that's cool, but it's not. It's like a lot of the sameness. That's not the way with List Summers of Youth, though. It's not the way at all. It's different. Like, it's different takes. It's just like in painting where somebody might want to paint a landscape, and then somebody want to do a portrait.
Yeah.
They're very different, but the style is there.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
creativity is there. So it's the same artist, the same creativity, but then it's just a different take on something, and which, I don't know, to me, just seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, Russell says, I love the sign. And then Gina says, I agree, smaller bramblets, like a lot smaller. Do you want people to think bramblets or yellow dog? That's a good question.
Yeah, that's
That
one thing I was wondering too, is that it might be
Well, and this was the thing. Like initially, this all started as like it was going to be One Yellow Dog was the name of the place. That was it. And then we went back and forth with like branding is important and Bramblett should be somewhere on it. And then it was like we dropped one because I can't handle a bunch of words in your title. And so it was like Bramblett's Yellow Dog. And then at that point, we kind of made the sign. But I'll do some renditions for the Bramblett smaller. I'm curious. That might
be
cool.
interesting. And I don't know. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows this, but Jackie is an incredible designer. So I hadn't even worried about this. Like I came up with a couple hundred names. I think of the place.
John really likes to use every font available.
Oh no! I just come up with different ideas. Like I'm like, oh, what about Bramblett's Creative Spirits? Can you do Creative Spirits? Hey, Spirits, Dreams. What about One Yellow Dog? What about?
Yeah, I mean, the Google Doc is how many pages long at this point?
Well,
I mean, it includes other stuff. But goodness gracious,
I have quite a few docs. 70 I don't know for that one names.
Hey, Steve says my favorite old coin is a flying eagle scent. How does Bramblett's flying eagle sound? That's kind of. I'm curious.
Flying eagle. That's cool. Oh, the reason it's not Echo, like Echo is in the Animal Hall of Fame. Like, it's my first guide dog, but Eagle is the guide dog that I'm with now, and so Echo one being in the Animal Hall of Fame. So I'll definitely have stuff about her in there, but Eagle making her tribute or whatever will be the name of the place.
Okay, we have quite a few comments. Let me go through them really fast. Gina says, "Where's your signature, John?" That's a good question. Hadn't really thought about your signature in it. I guess it's more about like what's readable to the general public because they may not know your signature.
Yeah, what is the thing? It's hugs and kisses.
Yeah,
that's a really good question.
Yeah,
thank you, man.
Yeah, Barbara says.
That's why I love talking to you guys. You guys are so smart.
I know. I hadn't even thought about that really, honestly. Barbara says I can't wait. And Gina says website Facebook. Will the website Facebook be Bramblett's Art Bar or Yellow Dog Gallery? Yes, it will be. This is all like this is so she's the professional, so of course this is how this is like playing out. Like we are having to like figure out how to separate because your art page is technically different than the brick and mortar business. And yeah, it's a thing. And then Brooke had some suggestions. Studio for Annie Eagle and Echo because she knows all of her dogs.
Annie
Double E Studios. That's kind of cute. Cassie says, "Sounds fantastic. I'm excited to see what happens." And then Brooke says, "If you stick with Yellow Dog, I would make that the main and move the art to the top and put the John Bramblett at the bottom for DIY." Okay, I'll have to play around with that. And then Gina says, "Look what you're saying, John. Yellow Dog is great. Do you have a large painting of your pup? I'd make it a signature piece and make him your icon mascot. By doing this and having a company for this venture, you can write off everything for your dog as a business expense." Girl, I'm gonna DM you because
what's your phone number? No,
okay, because we have vet. I mean, well, you know how it is. Everybody with dog owners know how it is. Russell says maybe a trivia night, and Randy says if you want a trivia night, I'll be an MC.
What? Really?
Yeah, it's happening.
Would you really?
It's like this is just gonna be our hangout, people.
Would you really, Randy?
I mean, he says I'm very good in front of an audience.
I've met the guy.
He's charismatic. He's awesome. We all know this.
And he's also a walking trivia machine.
Yeah, he is actually. Fred says just finished recording the new one, actually appropriately called "Happy Drunk."
Oh,
very cool!
Wow, man!
We're gonna have to play some listless in the place. I'm excited. I want to hear this. I'm excited. And then Fred says, "Thank you so much, guys." Brady says, "Alex wants to play your grand opening." Oh my gosh! Wouldn't that be cool?
Man, that would be cool. I need to check on music licenses. There's so many licenses with all this stuff, but
we've already succumbed to the fact that we're going to have to buy like a chunk of licensing stuff.
Man, that would be so cool though, and Yeah.
Randy says
Right.
she'll accept Prince's payment. I have her Prince here at the house. Like when we need to hook up, or I don't know, drive him over there or something. Barbara says use your signature. Cassie says I need to head out. Have a great evening. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, thanks so much. And I'm sorry we didn't play trivia.
I know it's like the time is flying. Barbara says side note, as an homage to your signature, I signed my painting. I did it at your workshop with a blindfold.
Oh,
Nice.
Barbara, you're the best.
She is the best. And Randy says, yeah, for real. And Brooke says, if you need shirts made, I have a great local dude who you two would love.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, we will have shirts made.
Yeah, that'd be great to know somebody local, because I was thinking Zazzle or something.
No, yeah, like I would love to use somebody local. And then she says, Prince, I think. And Fred says, you can play my music and I won't sue you.
Oh,
thanks.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to
it'll
say, when you
just
said
be
I
his
want to play Fred's music, I was like, I don't think we can afford to play. I don't think we can afford to play
Well,
people's music.
What's funny is like we'll just play his music. It'll just be his music all the time. And Brooke says Brian Levings might be the shirt dude. So anyway, like time has flown by, and
Yes.
so I feel like we didn't do trivia, and is that a problem? I don't know. Do you guys feel like it's a problem? Should we do trivia?
Do you guys want to do some trivia? We can stay a little late if y'all want to do trivia.
Do we need to take a potty break?
I do.
God, of course you do.
Only have one kidney. I've got a timer on me. Well, hey, do you want to chat with the comments for a bit?
Sure.
I think you're brilliant that you realize that of me.
Well, I mean, every time
Jackie's brilliant for many ways. But
you go ahead and go pee, and I'll tell them your secrets while you're in.
Okay.
The bathroom.
Secrets. Oh, that's
One thing I am happy about is that the bidet is not heated by the water heater. Laughing as he walks out. So our water heater is out, but the bidet still produces hot water because the heating element is in it anyway. So while he's using the restroom really fast, I'll tell you guys, like, the idea behind this bar is that you would walk in and you would have like a menu of your drinks. Like you can get any sort of drink you want, but then it would have like specialty drinks that are maybe tied to like famous artists or paying homage to different things in the art world. And then you'd have a whole nother menu if you choose to come in and do DIY kits. So like John and I went for our 14th anniversary, we went to a place called Upstairs Circus in Dallas. And they have a few of these places around the country, but it's like you go in, you do have to get an appointment, like make a reservation, but you can go in and you can menu and you pick your like crap that you want to do. Like I did like some leather bracelet. He did a flask with imprinted like you pounded the leather and all that stuff that was wrapped around the flask. So it was really, really fun, really cool, and just like have some drinks while you did it. So it was a fantastic date night. The only thing is that with our situation, we want to do it a little bit differently because we want to do a more sort of like come and go, drink if you don't want, drink if you want, don't do crafts, do crafts, have coffee, whatever you want. So it would just be like sort of a hangout. And I know John has always like really wanted a public studio space. So a lot of this is like he can have like a space to paint while activities happening and there's liveliness and crazy. So we're pretty stoked. It should be a lot of fun. There.
Thanks.
I held the floor while you were gone.
Oh, thanks, sweetheart. Oh my gosh. I know, it's terrible. Okay.
Oh gosh, Barbara said if you want to make tea, there's always the bidet. That's so disgusting.
If you want to make what?
If you want to make tea, there's always the bidet. That is so gross.
Wow.
I will admit though, I was sitting on the toilet earlier and I was like, oh my gosh, is the bidet not gonna work? It's gonna be cold. It was a concern. And then I was like, oh, I forget the heating element is in the bidet. Thank goodness.
Man.
These are like, first world problems.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Do you want to play some trivia?
Okay, I do.
But
do.
before we do that, I want to tell anybody that, because I know this is going a little late, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, and I don't know, I really do. I don't want to be sappy
We're
or
gonna
anything, but
drag you along every step of the way and get your opinions on this. So,
yeah,
Gina,
yeah.
you're listening.
Oh, over the weekend we went to. Oh, and if you want to get the trivia started, baby,
Okay.
um, but over the weekend we were really lucky. We went to um Bruce and Amanda. They're friends of
Oh my
ours, and
gosh.
they threw a football party. We're in a fantasy football league, but generally with the fantasy football league, everybody meets in the beginning of the season, and if we can, everybody will meet at the end of the season of the Super Bowl. But we all wanted to meet more than that. 'Cause everybody's really nice, really friendly. Went to Bruce and Amanda's, and they're such nice people. They're just so brilliant.
Oh, they're a blast. They're a
Oh
blast
my
hanging out
gosh.
with them, having parties.
Bruce. Oh my gosh. I
Yeah.
never got to talk to them much before.
Yeah.
But their house is, oh my goodness, it's like 25-foot ceilings, like in the it's like
We joke we have like a group text with the fantasy football people, and we joked that we were a little disappointed in the party because a butler didn't announce our surnames as we walked in, because it was one of those houses where you walk in and you're presented with like a double staircase and the Christmas tree, which is already up and gorgeous,
yeah.
and Amanda put it up herself.
Yeah, it's like a 15-foot tree, Christmas tree.
Like,
it's just a small part of the foyer. And then we come home and we're trudging through the water, the broken water heater.
I know. And like we're like driving through the neighborhood, and my Jeep, the back window has this massive tear through it. So it's like ripped. Like they had to have thought we were like some gang.
Yeah, all the neighbors are being invaded.
Anyway, well, Fred says, "Oh, you can make it an artist museum. You can find some random stuff that belonged to a famous artist.
There we go.
Gina says, consider Yellow Dog Bar and DIY Gallery. I like that. Okay, interesting.
Gina, I like Art Bar though. Is that wrong? I mean, because Art Bar is sort of a genre.
I guess. I don't know.
It's like because there's I don't know, but maybe that's not.
Well, I don't know. Okay, let's do some trivia. Let's do.
That's a great Gina.
Yeah. What and she said I could DM her. So thanks. Okay, general knowledge, entertainment.
I'm such a nerd. You said that you could DM her. I didn't know. I didn't know you guys played Dungeons and Dragons together. You're gonna be your DM. That's how much of a nerd I am.
All right, general knowledge. What do you want? You want some geography, some science and nature? What do you got? What do you feel like?
How about food and drink? We've been talking a lot about.
Drink. Okay.
We've been talking a lot about an Art Bar. And a big part of it's gonna be bites and snacks and stuff.
Oh yeah. So like I want to do a charcuterie board on a wooden pallet. And John had a great idea to like brand the pallet with our logo. I was like,
oh, that's where the logo could come in,
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So Gina says I like Art Bar too, but I don't know if it's known to the public as Drinks Bar. Okay.
Yeah, that's just
see, food for thought. All right. So we're gonna do what did you say? Food and drink.
Good point.
There we go. Okay. You should know this. Champagne is named after a winemaking region in which country? Germany, France, Italy, Spain.
Should be Texas, because that's where most of the roots are from.
Yeah.
And then it's France.
Is it though? I thought that was wine. Is that champagne? I mean,
champagne's wine.
Well, okay. So what is it, France? So is it not Texas?
It's not Texas. It's not the Lone Star.
Because everything's Texas. All right. We're gonna go with France. Is that that seems to be the crowd's favorite.
You know what? We should have been a game called Six Degrees of Texas.
Oh my gosh.
And we'll try to connect everything.
Everything in history?
Yeah.
To Texas.
To Texas.
Jeez. Because we're not full of ourselves. All right. France, way to go, peeps. Okay. What is the name of the process of aging wine for the purpose of improvement or storage?
Right.
Okay. Cellaring, cooling, storing, or shelving?
Oh gosh. Oh, you know what? Somebody out there is gonna know.
I mean,
If
okay,
you're in
so
a cellar, so you think celery,
I would think cellaring.
but you're storing it in a cellar, and it's in a
Brooke
cool.
says shelving. A lot of people are selling shelving. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and then all of it kind of makes sense. Like
I
you do
mean,
all of that.
well,
Shelving.
are you going with shelving?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Is
go.
that what Britt said?
That's the majority of the crowd. Brooke said that. Yes,
Okay. Let's do that.
it is not right.
Guys, oh my gosh.
It's not
I've never been more disappointed.
Should we just go with cellaring? I will say, like, I brought a bottle of wine over to Amanda's and Bruce's house, and again, they have like their house is off the charts.
Listen,
And she was like, "Oh, thank you! I can finally put some wine in my wine
oh my
cellar thing."
yeah.
And go look at it, and it's under the staircase. It's a pretty big closet.
Is that
with,
what
like,
that room was?
It's
I
yeah,
wonder what
everything that whole
little
area
green.
under their massive staircase was wine, and it was like, ornate, like iron. Anyway, she had like 6 bottles in it, and I was like, "What kind of
Well, now she has
drunk
7.
are you?"
Yeah, and if you want to think of their house, if you guys have ever seen Gone with the Wind and Tara, that's like the staircase that they have in their home. What's funny though is that both Bruce and Amanda are some of the most, I don't know, down to
Oh, they're
earth.
humble. They're
Yeah,
awesome.
they're like
They're
so
just so
like you wouldn't. I mean,
fantastic.
yeah, they're not. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I mean, a blast. Okay, should we try cellaring? Should we try it? Should we?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
That was the answer.
Oh, you called it.
Okay,
You know what? With all the wine you drink, we should just go with you, girl.
I know, right? What does the French word éclair mean?
This is all French stuff, isn't it?
Sweet, delicate, glisten, flash of lightning.
Ooh, I hope it means flash of lightning. That'd be cool.
I think it means glisten.
Really?
For instance, the caffeine's kicking in. Yeah.
yeah. I was thinking delicate, maybe. I don't know.
Barbara says your auto captions are coming out hilarious. I can only imagine. Okay, people are all over the place. We got some sweet, some delicate.
This is hard.
No, Fred says glisten, but he's the only one.
Who's delicate? Because I'm thinking delicate.
All right, well, let's try it. Let's try it. Are you ready? Okay.
Sure.
Oh, that's not it.
I knew it.
Should we go with sweet? I mean, that seems.
I don't know. You were thinking glisten. Maybe you should. I mean, you were right in the last one.
I don't know. A lot of people are saying sweet.
Let's go sweet.
Okay. That's okay. I'm going glisten. It wasn't sweet.
We should go with what you said.
It's not glisten either. We are going to fail this.
Wow.
Flash of lightning.
Éclair means flash of lightning?
I guess so.
That is the most optimistic name for a donut I've ever heard. Like, it's the most out there. That's awesome. That's like Thor's donut.
I feel like next time I go to a donut shop, I need to be like, I want a flash of lightning. They'll be like, what? Okay. From which country does Leerdammer cheese originate?
Well, I've got to guess before you read them. But,
tell me your guess.
Well, can you read them because I have an area of the world, but I don't know what country they. I was going to say Dutch.
Barbara says, LOL, Thor's donut. Yeah, sounds about right. All right. France, Italy, Germany, Netherlands.
Oh, I'll say Netherlands.
That seems to be there. Okay, that's a pretty good chunk of people are saying Netherlands.
You know, we're wrong a lot on this, guys.
Should we go with the crowd? That's the question.
Let's do it.
Okay.
The Netherlands.
Oh, way to go!
I only went to the. Only went there once, and I loved it. It was so great.
Oh, it was a blast. In French, the drink café au latte latte, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, is coffee with what?
Isn't it milk?
Cafe latte.
Isn't it milk?
I don't know.
It's like a
I-
latte.
Why are you asking me? Caramel, sugar,
I like
milk,
coffee a lot.
extra coffee. No, it's caramel, sugar, milk, chocolate.
Gosh, I want to say milk, but the reason I do that, like, I'm
Okay.
horrible when it comes to the coffee drinks because I like espresso and I like black coffee.
Yeah,
I'm a very bitter coffee drinker type of dude.
it's like plain Jane over there with you
I know.
a little bit.
You're like, how big do you want the coffee? You know, big enough? I don't know.
You're like in role models where he's like, Grande, what does that even? That venti? That's not even correct. Anyway,
That means 20. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Okay.
a lot of people are saying milk. Fred says cafe au lait. Oh, okay, maybe that's how you pronounce it. Okay, well let's try milk. Let's do it. We're going with it.
Thank you, Fred.
Oh look.
After you said that, Fred, it makes sense.
It makes
I
complete
remember
sense.
hearing that. So yeah.
Okay, which of these sauces are not Italian? I'm gonna massacre some of these. Okay.
Hold on, this is gonna be fun. Let's do it.
Arrabbiata.
Oh, that doesn't sound right at all.
Arrabbiata.
Good.
So that's like, I'm
Nice.
doing my sounding out letters. Bolognese, ragu, romesco.
I'm gonna say ragu because
I'm pretty sure that's like, the chef word.
Yeah, I mean, but what's gotta be real? And they picked it because it was a real Italian sauce, and they're like, "Oh, this is our ragu." So that makes me think it's not that.
I don't
I mean,
know.
why would you make up your own word if you're trying to trick people into thinking this is?
A lot of people are saying ragu.
Let's say ragu.
Although Amy says romesco, and she thinks it's from Spain.
Mm.
She's got thoughts.
It does sound Spanish, though, doesn't it? The whole O at the end.
I'm stressed. I'm stressed now.
Should
we do it?
What are you gonna pick?
I'm gonna do romesco. I'm gonna do it. That's it. Way to go! Way to go!
Who picked that?
Amy and
Amy. Well, way to go! You saved us from ourselves.
Which herb, sometimes called cilantro, is often used to flavor curries? Ugh. Oh, we had this whole conversation last trivia. Bladderwrack. Cinnamon. Bladderwrack. I don't even. Now
that sounds like that's the only condition you get. If you guys ever watch TV at night and like you watch it late enough, and it's all the medication things, and they'll be like, and it may cause constipation, may cause bladderwrack, may cause. That sounds like something that would like bladderwrack.
That's funny. That does sound like that. That's funny.
Inflammation, bladderwrack, and heart.
You got okay. Bladderwrack, cinnamon, coriander, aniseed. I mean, we just had a conversation. The last trivia had coriander. That's the actual seed of cilantro.
It's got to be that.
I didn't know that until
I didn't either.
All right, let's do it.
But maybe that's why I don't like coriander too. Cilantro tastes like soap to me.
I love cilantro. Everything.
Coriander tastes like the baby of soap. Soap babies.
the soap babies. What type of food is a macadamia?
Nut.
I mean, according to all the British bake-offs we've watched. Bread, cheese, sausage, nut. Oh.
I'd say nut.
I would say nut too. I mean, I feel like that's.
Because they're not overthinking.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What is the more familiar name for the shrub with the edible fruit? Punica granatum.
Oh, that old chestnut. Punica granatum. Okay. Wow. So familiar.
Plum, persimmon, pear, pomegranate.
Oh.
Gosh.
It sounds Latin, doesn't it? It's like Italian, like.
Ooh, so Amy says, I have a theory about cilantro. You either like cilantro or ginger, but not both. Interesting.
You know what? I don't like ginger.
Really? And you don't like
I
cilantro.
don't like cilantro either. But
Huh.
I'm starting to like
I don't like
ginger.
I don't like ginger, and I do love cilantro. I don't. That's interesting. Okay.
But I'm starting to like ginger a little bit. In little doses, I'm starting to
Yeah.
appreciate it.
What about like ginger cookies?
Nope. Oh, a little
Really?
bit. Ginger snaps I do like.
Okay.
But oh, you know what? And I've started to put like whenever you have sushi, I've started to use and they give you ginger, and I'm always like, nah, you know. But I've started to use that like with the wasabi and stuff,
Yeah.
and I like it.
Huh.
So it's starting to grow on me, but it's taken
Interesting.
a long time.
Okay. Well, Russell says me either, John. It feels the same way. Alex likes both of them. Brooke is like me, loves cilantro, not ginger.
Alex likes both of them.
Yeah. Amy,
Alex, we have to meet you at some point because you're a rare specimen. That's crazy. You're a
Amy
crazy
says,
person.
I think ginger tastes like soap. Ginger tastes like soap. That's interesting. Now
Oh,
I feel
that's interesting.
see, now I feel like I want to go taste ginger because I'm not
I
a big
can
fan
sort
of
of get that. It has that chemical sort of
Yeah.
taste to it. Yeah.
Okay, and then Gina says interesting people who don't like cilantro often say it tastes like soap. So I wonder if it's like switch, you know? That's
Well, I don't like
interesting.
cilantro and it tastes soapy to me.
Fred says candied ginger is good.
Oh.
Anything candied I'd probably like.
Well,
I put in my mouth.
Yeah. Anything candied is my gateway into that thing. Probably. It's my window. Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's
pomegranate, maybe. Or persimmon. That's what I'm saying. What if it's
what about ginger ale? A lot of people are commenting.
Plum. I'm saying it's not pear, if I remember correctly. It was plum, persimmon.
Pear or pomegranate.
Okay, cool.
What are you gonna go with? We've gone off the rails. Like even everybody.
Well, I'm going the other way. I've decided to cross out pear. It's one of the other three. Okay, so get someone else there and narrow it down further.
No, everybody's talking about ginger now. Okay, pomegranate. Let's do it. Okay, I see a couple. Fred says persimmon. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, persimmon? Oh,
yeah.
They're good. I used to, whenever I wasn't doing PE, when I was supposed to be doing PE, there was persimmon trees, and we would go pick persimmons. And then we'd sneak back.
Was it a shrub? Or was it a shrub or a tree?
It was kind of a shrubbery tree. It was like it wasn't a big tree. It was more like a shrub.
Well, let's do it.
Okay, persimmon.
That is not the right answer.
Maybe it's pomegranate because the whole granite.
It's pomegranate. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Persimmon is not a shrub. Where did the alcoholic beverage schnapps originate?
Germany.
Well, Japan, England, Russia, Germany.
I mean, schnapps.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go with Germany. I think that's.
They're not going to answer that.
We got an 83.
All right, guys. You know what that means? We got to do homework. We got to taste more things. We got to appreciate those tastes. We got to categorize those tastes.
We got to learn some words.
Yeah. We got to turn our air fryers off and start.
We just bought a new air fryer. We can't turn it off. John made cordon. What did you make? Cordon bleu?
I made chicken cordon bleu last night.
Yeah, it was really good.
Oh, thank you.
It was really good. Anyway,
I am a fancy person.
Barbara says my grandpa's dog's name is Schnapsy.
Oh, how cute.
That's cute.
I've tried to make cordon bleu a couple other times. It didn't work out so well. It's heavy on the cord and very, very, very light on the flavor. But this time it actually turned out pretty well. And the next time it'll be even better. This time it actually came out pretty well. But all cordon bleu is just hammered chicken breast you cut in half and you hammer it down to kind of thin.
Stick some cheese.
Yeah, you put some Swiss cheese in there and a little Dijon mustard, which that was the problem this time is that I thought I had Dijon mustard and we just had regular. So I put regular mustard in and then ham and you roll it up. But the whole technical part, the rolling it up and all that, that's the hard part. But I was
and
able
you did
to do
fantastic. It looked like a legit British Bake Off Swiss roll.
I know. And I tried to do a Swiss roll, and you saw how that turned out.
What? We shall never speak of this.
Yeah, we'll never speak of that evening again.
So bad.
It was an embarrassment to the family.
So, you think you can't go wrong with like cake and sugar in this, but you can. You can go wrong.
It tasted good though, didn't it?
No.
Oh.
I mean, that was part of the like. It doesn't matter if the roll is off, if it's edible. But this was the deal. It's like it was like pure powdered sugar. It was like you're shoveling powdered. There was no flavor past the sweet powdered sugar.
I've never felt more like Charlie Brown in my life. I just want to just go march it off. Sorry, guys.
Oh, whatever, babe. You're the chef of the house.
You're like Lucy snatching the football away.
No.
But that's okay. I'll learn from it. But guys, we should probably let you guys go. Sorry if everything went late tonight, but
yeah, forever. Let me say, Fred says my dad's dogs were rhubarb and moonshine. Oh, that's cute.
Oh wow.
Janelle has joined us. This sounds yummy. And Fred says, put anything in: asparagus, herbs, cheeses, other meats. That's what you need to do. You just need to shove the fridge in the chicken.
Oh.
That's what you're doing. I don't know. I'm not the chef. You are.
Well,
it could be like a turducken?
I'm about to make a frozen pizza for the family.
I know.
So that's how much of a chef I am tonight. But because I'm gluten free now, we got an air fryer oven that'll fit a little pizza.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put mine in that because so it's gonna be a little nicer because the pizzas that you guys eat are different, and so now we get a pizza instead of it taking forever. Now we can cook them all at the same time.
Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We really appreciate it. It makes our Tuesdays a blast. We look forward to it every week.
Man,
so,
not the truth.
Be sure and join us next week, Tuesday. Even though it's a holiday week for a lot of people, we're going to do this again. And like, subscribe, share us, all that fun stuff. And we'll see you Tuesday.
Actually, we'll see in about 15 seconds because
that's true.
I still don't know how to end the show. So.
We'll never figure this out.
Well, here we go, guys.
It's part of the charm.
But it does give me a chance to say thank you so much to our Patreon subscribers and stuff because we don't show you guys nearly enough love. I know there's levels on there, and it's a big mess. So I want to get that all figured out. We started that when I didn't know what Patreon was, and I tried to, and I didn't know what I was doing. But we love you guys. Thank y'all so much for, adding to this chaos. Because
chaos. I love it.
You're all agents of chaos. Here we go. If we don't get to see you guys before Thanksgiving, I mean, we'll be on here Tuesday, but if you guys don't make it, have a happy Thanksgiving. Please be safe, and we'll see you guys soon.
Eat all the turkey.
Yes. Ooh, the mashed potatoes.
That's the best part. I will be eating all the mashed potatoes.
No.
I'm eating the mashed potatoes.
I did dibs.
No.
Okay, dibs. Podcast. Dibs.